This was a barn burner for us today. I think that we started the game really strong and we were hot, and then we had some breakdowns on letting them penetrate too deep and kicking in, gave wide open shots, and Campbell kind of got on a roll because we were giving them wide open looks in 3-point land, and normally they don't shoot that well, but they sure did today in this gym. Um, but our kids stayed true. They hustled. They came through. That third quarter was big quarter with big time shots from Laura and Mick, and we just kept chipping, and we know that from now on, whoever we play, they're going to always try to bring us their A game, and Campbell did that today. So it was a big win for us. It's going to be a good learning experience when we watch film, and now we know we go on the road, so we know what we have to do with Hofstra because they're a big time team too.
What is it about this team with the defense that just turns on the switch for them? You said came out hot like you said, but then defensively it's like, oh, we're hot offense. We kind of forgot about the defense.
That's exactly what happens to us. So we just have to, put both halves together on the offensive side and the defensive side. But it is a way for us to learn. It's early in the season, so as long as we make adjustments, we'll live with it. We kind of backed off of our press most of the game, and then we tried to play really tough quarter court defense. And we do play pretty good defense in the quarter court, but we don't communicate enough. And then smart teams will find our weakness and break us down, and that's what happened to us today. But these guys just have to decide. They got to play both times, and they will. So it's just a matter of they want to win, they want to get a championship. We have to do it both ways, and we have to be consistent and show up every single game.
Laura, 15 points, not the rebound effort that you've had in the past. Got into a little bit of foul trouble, but all your 15 points coming in the second half. What was the motivation for you with no points in the first half to really get going in the second half?
Those two fouls were a little bit of a wake-up call for me, and I needed to show up. I needed to help my team, and that's what I did.
McKinley, it seems like you're coming into your own now in conference play. This is your second time up at the podium in back-to-back games. Yeah. Double figures yet again. The mid-range assassin, you know your spot on the floor. Talk a little bit about your day-to-day, another efficient day, 6 of 10 from the field.
Just wanted to show up and show out for my team. It's important to us. Coach says that we're stacking game by game, so I'm just trying to show up and do what I need to do, but really it starts in practice. Just staying focused and working on our weak spots, which is communicating and, helping our team grow up some because we are a young team other than the three over 20 players that we have. So that's just my role. I play my role. I show up and just keep pushing because that's what my team needs me to do, and I want to get us that championship.
First time we've heard that word today. Championship, Coach. How do you feel about that with your record 11-2, 2-0? Is that something still off in the distance, or is that something you talk about regularly if we want to get to that mountaintop?
Well, they know what the ultimate goal is, to win a championship, go to the NCAA tournament, but it's early in the season. It's game by game right now. And like I said earlier, everybody's going to bring their best shot at us. So we have to make sure, and we could fix this easily, and it's going to come from our players because it's peer pressure where they need to put pressure on each other in practice to practice the way that we play. Sometimes in practice we go through the motions a little bit, and it's the coaches getting upset. If they would lead themselves and not allow us to have to do it, we would see a really big jump in our team. So hopefully we're going to sell Mickey on that today and get her to step up because she's a great leader, but she has to do it in practice for the 2 hours to get them to it's not just, oh, my bad. We keep making the same types of mistakes over and over, and it'll stop if they put pressure on one another to get it done.
And Coach, one last quick thing before we talk about next week a little bit. You gave Nia Willis the start, obviously not up here today, but it looked like she gave you some good minutes in her third start of the season. Can you talk a little bit about her and how she was put into the starting lineup?
Well, we already know that Nia can really defend, and we told her she has to also rebound, what she's trying to do. And she was hitting threes. She hit the first 2 threes, bang, bang, in parking lot threes. She's strong. She can rebound. She can play great defense. She's a good leader. She doesn't do anything with the ball that's going to hurt her team. She's steady, and she finds the open person, and she deserves it. And really, the funny part about it is we don't have our practice players here right now, so half the team has to be on the scout team, the other half are getting rotations. And for about 2 weeks, she's been on the scout team, and she just keeps on working and showing us that she can get the job done. And when I had to dial down for the last game, that's it. She earned the job. And It's been already said to everybody, if you have a bad game and you take off a week of practice and just go through the motions, somebody will take your spot because that's just our philosophy is going to be. If you're not going to rebound, if you're not going to go for loose balls and you're out there just going through the motions, you're coming out. I'm going to find somebody else that wants to play today. So it's all their pressure that they have to put on themselves.
Obviously, with the Sunday win, you have a little bit more time to celebrate the win before you really start digging into next week. But what does next week look like for you and the team?
Well, it'll be nice tomorrow to have a day off because when we came back from Christmas, we didn't have any days off. Just because when they were on their Christmas break, they probably took a few days off, which, you could tell when you get the first 2 practices. And, so tomorrow will be a nice day for them just to recharge their battery. And then we got to get Tuesday, Wednesday, get really on Hofstra and get ready for this weekend because Hofstra is a much better team and it's at their place and we can't have any shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.